What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's reaction video is bizarre things that you can't do in America. Interesting.
Sounds interesting.
Interesting title. It doesn't give you everything.
No, it doesn't.
I don't know whether it's a legal thing or if it's you just don't have the ability to do it. Maybe it's not supplied there. Like you can't eat a Kinder Egg.
Yeah, maybe it's like a law thing.
Maybe. Or it might be you can't eat a Kinder Egg, can you? But that's not a law that you can't eat. I suppose it is.
It is a law.
It's a law that they can't sell them. But you don't have the ability to eat one, do you?
No, not if it's not there.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? We'll find out. We'll find out. Smash that like bizarre, very bizarre. Smash that like button, guys. Smash that subscribe button as well. You absolute legends. What is the like goal for today?
1.9.
1,900. Smash that like button, guys. Would seriously appreciate it. Are you ready for bizarre things?
I am ready. I'm interested.
But you can't do in America.
I'm intrigued.
What we got? Let's go.
Every country has one or two weird laws that seem to make absolutely no sense.
Laws.
But the good old US of A has way more than its fair share. This is in part due to the US's federal system, which gives local governments more power to dictate their own legislation. The sad fact is that many archaic laws exist because of the personal views and experiences of lawyers and politicians, and often they were simply written to control the general public back when they relied heavily on laws to dictate their behavior. Some of these rules concern public safety and decency and probably made a lot of sense when they were written, but others, well, I can't imagine that they ever made sense.
Okay,
so
we'll be the
here
judge.
are 20 bizarre things you can't do in America. Number 20. Underwater whistling in Vermont. Vermont has a number of...
Can you whistle underwater? Like outside of Vermont?
Like, you mean, like, generally, can you do that?
Yeah, like if I went in a pool...
Is that physically a thing?
Is that physically a thing?
I don't know, but why is that a law?
I don't know. Well, hopefully we're going to find out. It's so random, but I don't even know if you can do that.
Bonkers laws, but the silliest one by far is that it's illegal to whistle underwater. The reason for this rule is to protect marine life, as whistling near marine mammals such as dolphins or whales can interfere with their echolocation,
I guess with
leaving
an actual
them
whistle,
stranded,
maybe.
which makes it extra bizarre since Vermont is a landlocked state. So why they need this law is a mystery. Whistling needs air both inside and outside of your mouth, so common sense would tell you that it's impossible to do it anyway. Well, actually, it's entirely possible. Number 19.
Oh, wow.
Police can bite dogs in Ohio. In Paulding, Ohio, police have a strange and special power that cops in other parts of the US aren't lucky enough to have. They are allowed to bite a dog if they think it will calm the dog down. It's unclear where this law originates from, and there doesn't seem to be any examples of police officers taking advantage of this rule. And I mean, why would they? I can't see how biting a dog would do anything but further enrage it. Number 18.
Also,
bear wrestling in
grim
Alabama.
on yourself.
Why would you want to do that?
You know, where the dog's been, it's all furry.
But why would...
And why would you want to bite it? Because imagine if you broke the skin. Oh, that's grim. Yeah, don't be doing that.
Alabama. In May 1996, the Alabama Senate voted 23-0 to make it illegal to conduct bear wrestling matches for profit.
Why would you want to do that?
It also became a Class B felony to surgically alter a bear or to train it to wrestle. This might sound like a stupid law, but bear wrestling used to be a surprisingly popular pastime all across the US, which is why it was introduced. This guy took on a bear at the 1972 Iowa State Fair, and in 1987, Ginger the Bear took on several Mississippi residents. Number 17. No nukes in California. According to Section 9.60.030 of Chico's Municipal Code, it's illegal to build or test nuclear bombs in the city.
Oh, okay, so it's illegal to build
them, yeah.
I was going to say, because I really think if some other country is going to nuke, they're not going to care if it's illegal, are they?
Chicago says we can't, so we're going to have to leave Chicago.
But, I mean, if you're going to nuke America, you're probably... the whole of America is going to suffer.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
but it's built, so I get what you mean.
The ruling declares that the threat of a nuclear war that nobody would survive is unacceptable, and states that no person shall produce, test, maintain, or store within the city a nuclear weapon, component of a nuclear weapon delivery system, or component of a nuclear weapon delivery system.
There we go.
There's no mention of what would happen if you exploded a nuke, or what the punishment would be, but $500 is the limit for any city infraction.
Oh wow, there you go.
A $500 fine would be the least of everyone's worries if someone had a nuclear bomb.
Yeah.
And besides, who's going to collect the fine if we're all fried? Number 16.
Don't.
Mustache kissing in Iowa.
What?
Bad luck, hipsters. If you have a mustache, you're not allowed to kiss a woman in public in Iowa. According to dumblaws.com, it's also illegal for a kiss to last longer than 5 minutes in Iowa.
Wow, there you go.
So it might not be the best pick for honeymooners. There are some doubts over the existence of this law, but I, for one, won't be risking a smooch in Iowa anytime soon.
I guess he's got a
Number
mustache.
15. Don't poach Sasquatch in Washington State. Whether or not Sasquatch even exists is a debate that's raged on for over 200 years. But Washington State isn't taking any chances. Just in case the mythical beast does exist, they've introduced a law which prohibits the poaching of it. In 1991, Whatcom County declared its land to be an official Sasquatch protection and refuge area. The reasoning is that if Sasquatch does exist, it's an endangered species that needs protecting. And it's because of this twisted logic that Skamania County has listed Bigfoot poaching as a felony since 1969.
I don't know, is it? I guess not.
I don't know.
I don't know. Let us know.
It looks like a human.
I
Like
don't
a
know.
human gorilla. Like, you know what I mean?
Let us know in the comments. I honestly don't know the answer.
Yeah.
Number 14. No burping in church in Nebraska. Nebraskan lawmakers take the sanctity of church very seriously, and unruly children will not be tolerated. So much so, in fact, that if one is caught burping, their parents could easily be carted off to jail.
Wow.
The law also prohibits sneezing, which seems a little unfair as it's a totally uncontrollable bodily function. It's also illegal to hunt whales in Nebraska, which might seem like a sensible rule until you consider that it's a landlocked state that doesn't even have a single whale in captivity.
Wow.
Number 13. No ugly faces at dogs in Oklahoma. I'm a huge fan of doggos, but Oklahoma lawmakers might just take the crown for being #1 canine fans after they introduced a silly rule to protect dogs' feelings.
But
People
is that
who
not
make
opinion?
ugly faces at dogs can be fined, jailed.
Because what I think is potentially ugly is not what I've
Yeah, I was just doing an upside down smile.
Yeah, but like, it's, you know, there's people that you might not find ugly that I find ugly. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's more like a frown.
If you're doing
If you're an ugly person, you can't control. I'm gonna say. So if an ugly person walks past a dog, you're going in jail. What? It's more like a frown.
Okay.
Or what are you doing here, dog?
I'm just checking.
Dogs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't worry. If it was the ugly rule, you'd be fine, baby. You'd have no issues at all.
Do you just want your Christmas presents?
Yeah, a couple of days away from Christmas.
Or both.
Safely done.
The rule doesn't say what happens if you simply have an ugly face and get caught looking at a dog. I can only imagine that a politician's dog was personally offended by an ugly face at some point in history to make this laughable rule a reality. Number 12. No fishing on a camel in Idaho. Another animal protection law now, and this one's taking care of not one, but all species at once. In Boise, Idaho, it is prohibited to fish while you're on any animal's back, and that includes the camels.
Wow.
Now, I know this probably ruins your weekend plans, but laws are laws. The 1917 ruling actually made it illegal to fish from the back of any animal, and a 1920 Fish and Game rule later stated that it is unlawful to fish for trout from the back of any animal, or to travel up or down any stream on back of animal while fishing for trout. Consider yourself warned, fishing fans. Number 11, squeaky clean in Arizona. Remember your parents telling you that they'd wash your mouth out with soap and water if they caught you swearing? Well, maybe that's where Mojave County in Arizona got the idea for their bizarre soap rule. If you're found stealing soap there, you must wash yourself until the bar of soap has been completely used up. I suppose it's what you'd be doing anyway if you picked up the soap in prison. Number 10. New York ice cream rules.
Who's going to monitor that, by the way?
Yeah, but also, like, what a waste of soap.
That is a waste of soap. But who's monitoring it? Is someone watching you to make sure you're actually using the soap and not just like chopping into little bits to put it down the drain? Do you know what I mean? So then you just got someone staring at you while you shower.
That's weird.
That is weird.
Watch yourself on a Sunday in New York. This state has a law stating that you may not walk around with an ice cream cone in your pocket on the day of rest. Why anybody would stuff an ice cream cone into their pocket is beyond me, but it must have been a big enough issue to write legislation to combat the issue.
This is so
According
random.
to some sources, it might have been the cone law that led to the creation of the ice cream sundae. What do you think? Number 9. No crossing into Minnesota wearing poultry.
Why would you be wearing
If you were considering wearing a chicken or a duck as a headdress while crossing into Minnesota, think again. According to dumblaws.com, it's completely illegal and could land you in deep trouble. The validity of this regulation is debated, but animal rights laws surely prohibit the use of live animals for fashion accessories.
Why would you be doing
you
that?
better
I've
not
never seen
do
anyone
it
do
just
that.
to be on the safe side. Number 8. Sunshine is guaranteed in California. Florida may be known as the Sunshine State, but it's actually California who deserves that title. A local San Francisco law states that sunshine is guaranteed for the masses. According to lawinfo.com, it's unclear whether this was taken from a foundational document, another similar statute, planning laws, or whether it exists at all. But one thing's for sure, landowners are entitled to maintain their access to air, water, and light. Number 7, the death penalty.
If it rains, what am I doing?
Yeah,
Like, if it's not sunny,
exactly.
who's getting a punishment?
Yeah, I don't think I thought about these.
Yeah, that one's probably the worst one, because it doesn't even seem like it's possible to. At least for the others, how
At least
ridiculous.
you can kind of see.
You
how
can
it
enforce
can be
them, at least. You
Yeah.
can kind of enforce them, but they're ridiculous.
done. Yeah.
For New York jumpers.
Well,
Sadly, the main reason a person would jump off a building is to end their life. But New York lawmakers seem to have overlooked that fact. It's said that the punishment for jumping off a building in this state is death. But that seems like overkill to me. This law
like
seems
you
to
may
be
be
related
dying
to the
anyway.
illegality of suicide, as ending your own life was illegal in 30 states as late as the 1980s. Number 6. Don't look at a moose in Alaska. In Alaska, you can look at a moose, just not if you're in a plane. The law actually states that you can't fly in a plane the same day that you hunt. This is to stop you scouting for an animal before landing the plane to find it and shoot it, which actually makes a fair bit of sense. Shame Alaska ruined it for themselves by creating another bonkers law. According to legislation, you cannot bring your pet flamingo into a barbershop.
Okay,
It's
fair
actually
enough.
all animals that are banned from barbershops, and they're also not allowed into any establishment for the practice of hairdressing or beauty culture. Huh? Wow, Alaska is a really weird place. Who would have thought it? Number 5. Fried chicken faux pas in Georgia. It's no secret that the southern states take their fried chicken very seriously. And one visitor fell foul of this when she was arrested on her 91st birthday for breaking a poultry law. Jenny Dietrich was busted eating fried chicken with a fork. And according to an ordinance passed in Gainesville, Georgia in 1961, it's a crime against the city to eat fried chicken, a culinary delicacy sacred to this
gotta be
municipality,
a
this
joke.
county, this state, this Southland, and this republic with anything other than your fingers.
That's gotta be a joke, hasn't it?
surely you can't arrest people.
That's gotta be a joke. It's gotta be, hasn't it?
How are you doing that then?
Yeah, it's gotta be a
The
joke.
ordinance was originally introduced as a publicity stunt to promote Gainesville as the poultry capital of the world, but some cops are clearly upholding the ruling. Number 4. Don't let the chicken cross the road in Georgia. Why did the chicken cross the road? Well, in Georgia, it may have been to make a political statement, because it's illegal for them to do so.
Gonna
No,
have to arrest them.
seriously. The town of
Yeah,
Quitman has a
what are you
local
gonna do?
ordinance that makes it illegal to allow chickens to cross an open road. This is surely for the safety of drivers using the roads,
Yeah.
but I'm not entirely sure how the law is enforced. Number 3. Greasy crimes in North Carolina.
Okay.
As of 2013, it became a felony to steal more than $1,000 worth of grease. Who's stealing that much grease? Or any grease at all, for
Yeah,
that matter.
why are you stealing
The
grease?
grease law
Yeah,
was part of
exactly why.
16 bills that were passed at the same time, and the others make much more sense, from legal protection for out-of-state doctors to more stringent background checks for people working in daycares. But what's with the grease bill? Well, apparently law enforcement officers weren't taking the crime seriously. What was once a worthless commodity is now apparently worth stealing, so something had to be done. You learn something new every day, huh? Number 2.
But if you steal
No,
less, then it's not a crime.
Yeah, it does. You just can't exceed.
If you just steal it, shouldn't it be just if you're stealing,
If you're just stealing anyway, should you not?
it should be a crime. But no, if it's 999, it's not a crime. What?
Biting in Rhode Island.
No
Biting off
biting.
another person's leg in Rhode Island isn't allowed. It feels as though that should be a given, no? Well, apparently lawmakers felt the need to write it into their legislation. According to one section of the state's legal code, there's a penalty for any person who shall voluntarily, maliciously, or of purpose put out an eye, slit the nose, ear, or lip, or cut off, bite off, or disable any limb or member of another.
Wow.
The punishment is between 1 and 20 years in prison, so no matter how tempted you get, it's best that you don't gnaw on anyone's limbs, no matter how irritating you may find them. Number 1. No sleeping in an Illinois cheese factory. We've all found ourselves drifting off after too much camembert. But be careful where you catch those post-cheese Z's, as in Illinois, it's against the law to sleep in a cheese factory.
Yeah.
According to the Sanitary Food Preparation Act, it's unlawful to sleep in not only a cheese shop, but also a creamery, bakery, or any other place where food is prepared for sale.
Yeah,
I can only imagine the predicament faced by those guys in charge of sampling the produce at the factory. It's probably for the best, though. Think of the nightmares they'd have after all that cheese. I hope you made it to the end of this video.
You're meant to have nightmares after cheese, aren't you?
Are you?
I think that's the thing, it's meant to give you nightmares.
Do you have nightmares?
No, but I do like cheese.
But then you have too much, I think.
Yeah.
You exceed the daily limit.
I just go past.
You go straight through the bad dreams.
But cheese just make you sleepy. So if I worked in
I don't eat enough cheese to make me sleep.
In there, and then I'll be asleep.
I don't eat enough cheese for it to make me sleepy.
Yeah. There you go. Smash that button, guys. You enjoy that?
Yeah, it was good. It was weird.
Very bizarre. Good. Bizarre is a word, isn't it? They got it right in the title. Smash that button, guys. Smash the subscribe button and watch the video.
Have a fantastic day.
And we'll see you, legends, in the next one. Peace.